Hello, my name is Joe Moore, and I am proud to represent the 49th Ward in the Chicago City Council. The 49th Ward encompasses most of Chicago's Rogers Park community and part of the West Ridge community, and is one of the nation's most economically and racially diverse neighborhoods. The last 4 years have been filled with more progress than ever before, in a neighborhood that is more united than ever before. Together, we have demonstrated that an economically and racially diverse urban community can grow and thrive. At a time when our nation seems more polarized than ever, with vitriol spewing from the mouths of so many and gridlock becoming the norm, we in the 49th Ward have become stronger working together. A strong community is a safe community. We have made considerable progress over the years in combating crime and disorder in our neighborhood. Nearly 2 decades ago, I led the fight to bring community policing to Chicago and Rogers Park. Thanks to strong community involvement and good police work, crime in Rogers Park is less than half of what it was when I first took office 24 years ago. A strong community is a community where its residents have real power to determine the future of the neighborhood. I oversee one of the most transparent and inclusive decision-making processes of any elected official in the nation. I was the first elected official in the nation to implement participatory budgeting, a model of democratic participation in which I give the residents of my ward the power to determine by direct vote how to spend $1.3 million in capital improvements in the ward. I was also the only alderman in the city to implement a community-based process for examining my ward's zoning map. As a result of that process, I introduced and passed over 30 separate zoning ordinances which have helped to control overdevelopment and preserve the residential character of Rogers Park. A strong community is a community with a vibrant business district. We are blessed with a growing number of locally owned businesses that have chosen the 49th Ward as their home. Morse and Jarvis Avenue, once struggling business districts, are now thriving. And Howard, Devon, and Clark Streets are seeing new life. Working with my wife Barbara and other community leaders, I launched the Glenwood Sunday Market, which has quickly become one of Chicago's most popular farmers markets. When Dominic's announced it was closing its Chicago area stores, including its Rogers Park store at Gateway Plaza, I immediately sprang into action and worked closely with city leaders to convince Jewel Osco to open in our neighborhood. So once again, Rogers Park has a full-service grocery store. A strong community is a community where its residents have good-paying jobs. I work closely with our new Jewel to make sure it hired residents from our community. I also work closely with the Howard Area Employment Center to provide people with the training skills and resources they need to secure gainful employment. I sponsor a twice-a-year job fair to pair potential employers with residents in my community. Hundreds of people have found employment through my job fairs where they can support themselves and their families. A strong community is a community where people of all incomes can afford to live in decent, well-maintained housing. Over the years, I have supported and overseen the creation and preservation of hundreds of units of affordable housing. I was a co-sponsor of the Affordable Housing Set-Aside Ordinance, and even before that ordinance was passed, I made set-asides a requirement for any housing development in the 49th Ward that needed my zoning approval. Finally, a strong community is a community with good neighborhood schools. Working with our local school councils, I successfully lobbied the Chicago Board of Education to secure the construction of 2 new schools and additions to 2 other schools. I've made sure our teachers and principals get the resources they need. As a result, test scores and school ratings are up at our local schools, and graduation rates are rising at Sullivan High School. A safer neighborhood, a strong culture of civic engagement, a growing and vibrant business community, jobs for neighborhood residents, and affordable housing and good schools. These are the ingredients for a better and stronger neighborhood. These are the hallmarks of a strong and cohesive community. These are the pillars on which I stand for re-election. We have faced many challenges over the years, But with each new challenge, we not only survive, but we grow and thrive. Indeed, nothing stands in our way if we all work together. 4 years ago, you honored me with re-election as your alderman. I thank you for that opportunity and hope I have earned your confidence. I am at the top of my game, and if you honor me with another 4 years as your alderman, I promise you the best is yet to come.